Hi everyone, it's Sunday night, the 28th of June, and day 180 of Living the Dream. My power statement for today simply said, I will sharpen my saw today. Now that's what I call a power statement, right? This is exactly what I did all day long. I'll talk more about it as I get into this answering the questions of the end of day success routine, but it's just great. I'm going to show you my to-do list. Very short, very simple. Sharpen my saw, maybe do a few more Marco Polo calls. Bam! Sunday was great. Simple, but straightforward. As you saw, I still had the fun task and the exciting task to do. And the exciting task that I decided was to work on my goal to increase my intellect. So I went to YouTube and searched out some videos related to that topic, and I found some great videos to watch. It was so exciting to learn about the mind, consciousness, thought, what happens when we sleep, and so forth. It was just a great experience. Anyway, the next thing Croy says is to get honest with yourself. What didn't go well today, Marty? What could you have done better today? Did you wake up and start strong? I did. Still, it was 7 o'clock-ish for a weekend morning. So that's still early. I started my morning with power. I was productive throughout the day. I did the most important goal of sharpening the saw, and I moved that goal of intellect forward. Absolutely. And so I showed up as the person I wanted to show up today, and today was a great time with Kathleen as well. So I was present for her. After I answered these questions, I always ask, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your commitments and promises that you made to yourself this morning? Well, like I said, I had the goal of sharpening the saw, doing something fun and doing something exciting, and that's exactly what I did today. It was great. It felt great. I kept every promise that I made to myself this morning. Today was a great day. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies that your two amigos put into the screen of your mind and called them up today? In other words, did you make any new movies and produce any new movies? And if so, what were they about? Well, this morning I watched my favorite 5 movies, like I always do every morning. And then I played some beautiful music on my television. Boop, I turned it on. It was a choir, and there were incredible landscape pictures coming and flowing, and not just pictures, but it was the video up high at top of mountain peaks. It was beautiful as they sang their songs to it. It was so enjoyable and relaxing, and it truly helped me sharpen my saw for sure. Next, Corey asked, was there anything that didn't go well today, Marty? In other words, was there one thing you could have done better? What one thing would that be that would make all the difference going forward? In other words, what's the one thing you'd want to get done tomorrow? Even if your day goes sideways doing it, you'd still feel like a success. What would that one thing be? Now make it into a power statement so I can start strong tomorrow. Well, there wasn't anything that didn't go well today. So my one thing that I came up with, however, wasn't a result of not doing things good, but I do have one thing that I have wanted to do for some time that I feel will make all the difference going forward as my power statement starting tomorrow and then on. I will take my daily success mentality medicine and my success mentality vitamins. As soon as maybe a month from now, I'll be 66. I take several vitamins, aspirin, a heart pill, and a few other medicines for my type 2 diabetes. I talk about a lot of things, but taking these medicines are really helpful for me, and I take them every morning before breakfast. My wife has made sure that I developed that habit some time ago, and so I now have the habit, and I do it every morning. As I said last night, which I'll talk about again tonight, our mindset plays a big part in reaching our full potential, especially in our business success. So I think by putting together a mindset pill box of several success mentality vitamins makes absolute sense to me. Taking my success mentality medicine, as it were, every morning is the one thing I want to make sure I'm going to be doing every day going forward. Isn't that great? For example, my favorite quote, my favorite word, my thought download on thinking or thoughts for that day, CTFR, and my favorite motivational song. Next, Craig says, were there any mistakes or failures I had today that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, like I just mentioned, there weren't any mistakes or failures that I experienced today, and so there wasn't anything to turn into a tool of success per se. But I certainly am using multiple success tools every day out of my toolbox. The next item is to rate my day's effort. I gave today another 10, and I say 10 because I relaxed at the speed of 10 today for sure. I finished everything I had to do on my to-do list, and I was present as the person I wanted to be and who I wanted to show up for Kathleen. It was great. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for my, right here, it's my HOA card. Let me explain. I mentioned earlier that I have type 2 diabetes and that I'm taking medication for it. And so it is so nice that Kathleen's effort and with her work, we have great health care, including tax-deferred money going into the HOA card that I just showed you. Whenever I need to pick up my medicine at the pharmacy, after I've called in, I just hand them that card and pay for it with non-tax dollars. So whoop whoop, I love my HOA card. Next, I'm grateful for the law of success called the Bannister effect. Now, you may not remember, or maybe you've never heard of the Bannister effect. For years, it was considered a law of nature that said, in the minds of most people, the human body is incapable of running a mile in less than 4 minutes. That was until May 6th of 1954, just before I was born in July, when Roger Bannister ran a mile in 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds. He broke the barrier. He did what was long considered impossible, but it turned out that it was only impossible because people believed it was impossible. They had sabotaging thoughts. Roger Bannister didn't let popular opinion stand in his way. And after he proved that the 4-minute mile was only a psychological barrier, others have continued to break his record. Today, the current record holder, and I say this right, Hicham El Guerrero, with a time of 3 minutes, 43.13 seconds. Wow. Next, I'm grateful for the principle that says, almost by definition, living up to our full potential requires that we step outside our comfort zone and expand our boundaries, both our physical and especially our mental boundaries. Average people do average things, get average results, and live average lives. Extraordinary people are just people like you and I who do extraordinary things, get extraordinary results, and live extraordinary lives, mainly because how they think. You'll live your best life once you step out, and when you do, that's when you'll start living the dream. Today was a great day of living the dream. I'll be back here tomorrow night, right here at my laptop, sharing my heart, sharing my journey to the business alignment goal I have of aligning all three of my minds. But until then, I wish all of you continued success. Good night.